All right, we are back only here at the main stop for all Pinoy NFL fans. Manila-based po, Manila-based po. Nandito tayo no? We are back. This is the Tailgate Tropa. You're sailing with SS Steven Silva. And of course,
the shutdown corner.
feeling lang.
Yeah.
It's Anthony once again. And if last time, football fans, you were tuning in to Steven and I talk about week 1, boy, Steven, in just a little over a month, we are nearing the halfway point of the season.
This is why I love the NFL. I mean, every year, there's so many storylines, and just because success happened the year before, it doesn't guarantee success the following year, unless you're the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that fast talaga. Pero punta muna tayo, no? Pinoy NFL fans sa ating AFC East, of course.
Yes.
The New England Patriots, they are still undefeated.
Business as usual.
6-0 pa rin sila, no, mga kaibigan. Pero mind you, no, back in their game, their last game against the Buffalo Bills, Tom Brady threw his first interception of the season, ganun. But you know what? Hindi na yun bago for him, Steven. Kasi even if, minus, Julian Edelman's banged up.
Yeah.
Gronk is absent. Of course, he's, retired na raw. Pero, I mean, Tom Brady's used to throwing to guys who you've never heard of, like Jacoby Myers, N'Keal Harry, diba? Parang
It's literally the definition of plug and play. Yeah. The players come in, they buy the system, they learn the system. It's almost like a factory. Mm-hmm. It's just a factory, just putting in the players, and they still churn out the same results. And the one thing that we always talk about Tom Brady in the offense. If anything, the defense is really showing out this year. It's one of the best Ds in the league, if not the best. Checking the stats, they're currently number 1 right now in yards per game allowed at 234. Number 2 right behind them is San Francisco.
Oh, yes.
But again, with New England, they do it on the offense, but this year even more so the defense is really shining out. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go 7-0 after this week. They'll be playing, I think,
the New York Jets.
Yes. So
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they be 7-0 after this week.
Oh, diba? Parang they have well, for the Jets naman, they have Sam Darnold back. And interestingly, New England traded Demaryius Thomas, a guy who was, I think, on their roster for the opening weeks. Pero they traded him to the Jets.
So we'll see. I mean, again, like one thing I notice about the Patriots too, players do well when they play with New England, and then once they go out of the system, it's not always the same story.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he does. I don't think anything is gonna change though. I easily see 7-0 for them.
But just to key in on what you said, kanina na Steven, just how dominant is this New England defense?
Oh yeah.
An NFL analyst wrote that New England is on pace to finish 2019 with only 128 points allowed over the course of the entire season, surpassing one of the Hall of Fame defenses of all, the 2000 Ravens.
I was gonna say, I was thinking the Ravens. Yeah, at that pace, that's what? Just over 10 points a game? So you're asking Tom Brady to score just 2 touchdowns a game. That's easy. Yep. That's so easy. Yeah, so moving down, again, the Patriots are just doing things as usual. Going to the AFC West. A big scare the other night.
Oh my gosh.
KFC, get a KFC. I'm hungry. I'm thinking, Kansas City pala. Kansas City. They're getting the win, but they also lose Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my God.
Scary injury. He dislocated his kneecap. Initially, there was a lot of concerns. Possibly it could have been worse than that, but Adam Schefter tweeting out, doesn't seem like there's any ligament damage. There's no other tears or anything like that. He went through the MRI, so it's going to be at least 3 to 4 weeks he's going to be out. But,
Steven, just how gruesome the injury was. We'll try to keep it PG, but
I was scared.
Me too.
When I saw it.
Travis Kelce, how did he describe it? His knee didn't even look like a knee. It was all out of whack. I couldn't even describe it.
He was on the ground. It was serious. He was on the ground. He couldn't get up. The helmet comes off. He looked like he was in pain. So 3 to 4 weeks, I would consider that a victory. It looked a lot worse than it is.
Parang for Kansas City in that time span, it would be a success if they just split it. Diba?
Yeah.
4 games, just go 2-2. I mean, you're losing the reigning MVP who has had 2,000 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, only one interception. I mean, no, respect to the 35-year-old Matt Moore, who will be taking over for Pat Mahomes. Pero, I know Andy Reid has super complex play designs. Pero
I think they can hold the fort. Matt Moore's been around. He knows what he's doing. Andy Reid will be able to scheme. The only thing I worry about is the schedule that's coming up. Next week, they go to Green Bay. After that, they go to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Tennessee Titans come into town. After that, they play the Chargers. So it's going to be tough. A couple weeks without them. But I think they'll be able to manage.
Right.
I think they'll be able to manage.
And speaking of Matt Moore, I mean, respect to him, but the talent drop-off is just significant.
Oh, of course. But I mean, the thing is, they have the playmakers there. If anything, Matt Moore will literally just be told to give the ball to them and let them do it. Tyreek Hill is back. You still have Sammy Watson out there. So Sammy Watkins.
Pero just how old Matt Moore is, well, prior to the season, I think at Kyler Murray's pro day, Matt Moore,
he was a scout. He was one of the scouts. And then now he's called into action. But it's how it is. Injuries are inevitable in the NFL. It's really just about how you cope with them.
And then going over to the north side of things, the AFC North, Baltimore gets a boost of corner defense with the arrival of cornerback Marcus Peters, who previously played for the LA Rams.
Oh yeah, I think Baltimore finessed the LA Rams with this trade. You get Marcus Peters and you give up a 5th round and a backup linebacker. Peters, he's a really good corner in zone. He has a lot of good ball skills. He tends to gamble a lot, but he has good football IQ. He's only 26. One thing though is that could work for the Baltimore Ravens. He's in a contract year. So he could be playing for a big contract this year, which could mean he has a little more incentive to really ball out this season. So I think it's a good trade for the Ravens. They don't give up much, but they get a possible number 2, number 1 quarterback in return.
Tapos, meron pang bonus yan because Marcus Peters is now going to play alongside his childhood idol, Ed Reed. Yes, he grew up idolizing Ed Reed. And then, diba, parang it's just a different boost to you, diba?
Playing the team that your idol plays with.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
That's amazing. Even more incentive for him to really just do well. So in that trade, I think Baltimore definitely went out. And we have another trade, of course, from the Rams we're going to get to later on. They're very busy. Very busy. The trade deadline isn't even for another week or so, but they were definitely making some moves. But speaking of moves, Cleveland moving in the wrong direction. A lot of people picking these guys to be in the Super Bowl, but like you said here, the hype is not so real after all. Baker Mayfield is really not looking good. The team in a whole is underperforming in a lot of areas. But one thing is, we talk in the NFL, keeping the ball and taking the ball away, but the Browns are giving up the ball at an alarming rate. Baker Mayfield right now leads the NFL with 11 interceptions. He only has 5 touchdowns, 56% completion rate. So it's looking very dire out there. I mean, you have the playmakers, but for me, it's just so hard. He doesn't have time to throw the ball. Exactly. The offensive line is just getting mauled every time, and Baker Mayfield's running for his life. So,
Steven, simple lang yan eh. The 2 toughest jobs ever in the NFL are, number 1, quarterback, number 2, head coach. Cleveland is very, very inexperienced at both. Diba? Yun na lang. Freddie Kitchens, I mean, the clock management against Seattle, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he looks really out of his league. He doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He's making some bad decisions, and it's showing on the field. So
for Cleveland, how would you put it? Is the talent failing the coaching, or the coaching failing the talent?
I think it's the coaching first. The coaching has to put these players in the right position. He has to scheme properly, and for me also, the offensive line is just not. You've been giving this team a shiny coat of paint with new receivers. OBJ, Baker Mayfield has been talking all this trash. Chubbs, the running back, has been looking good, but if you don't have a line to protect them, they can't really make the plays that they need to make. So we'll see. It's there's still plenty of football to play. So
and going over to the defense side naman of Cleveland, there's this funny story that came up. Myles Garrett was stopped in downtown Cleveland in traffic
heard about that.
Because a guy named Richard Perez, apelido ko ba? stopped Miles Garrett to take a photo now with him.
And he ended up
attempting to punch a 6'5".
Does this guy have a suicide wish? Miles Garrett is a scary man. Have you seen him? He is pure muscle. He's about what, 6'4", 6'5", probably weighs about 260 pounds.
At least. And then Miles Garrett goes on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw.
Put some legs into it.
That guy is lucky to be alive. I don't know why you would want to do that.
Not wrong dude to miss.
Wrong person to do that. Anyways, still staying in the AFC, moving down south. Houston, Deshaun Watson. For me, I think he's the true dual threat quarterback. Only second to Russell Wilson.
Right
if
now,
you just give him time to throw the ball, even if he doesn't have time, he'll find a way to get touchdowns. Houston, I really think, is a good position right now to just make some moves. They could go deep into the season, deep into the playoffs possibly. If he stays healthy, if they can just keep protecting him, keep him upright.
And Steven, talking about Deshaun Watson, they have the Texans. They have sprung up a combined 84 points and 1,064 yards offensively. Scored on 13 of 20 possessions, won 2 games. Deshaun Watson has passed for 709 of those yards, 6 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground. Plus, over the last 2 games, Deshaun Watson has not been sacked.
Nice. And I like the stat you brought up, the scoring rate. So every time they have the ball, they're getting points. So there's no wasted possessions there.
And parang I think Justin Houston, their defensive end, was talking about how the offensive line finally of Houston they're now clicking. They're now clicking.
The first couple of weeks of the season, Deshaun Watson was running for his life. He was always being chased down, but the thing is, he was still making plays. That's the impressive part. But now that like you said, the offensive line is starting to gel. They're giving him more time to make plays. I think if anything, it's just gonna move from there.
Sure. And key pieces for the Houston offensive line. They drafted a right tackle, Titus Howard, in the first round. Left guard, Max Sharping. And then their season opening trade for Laramie Tunsil is finally working for them. So good to see.
Things are starting to come in. It's the mid part of the season. This is the time where you want to see players starting to make their strides. The system is in. You're a couple games in. You start working with your teammates, and it's working for them.
Yep.
Moving over to another team though. Now in the NFC, Dallas, a team that was starting out really well. They started out 3-0, I believe,
3-0.
And now they're on a 4-game losing streak. Dak has been, a little absent, and it sucks because the first couple of games he was really making a big bet for him to get that contract that he wanted. But it's a lot of things. There's been a lot of drop balls. They're trying to run the ball against 7, 8-man boxes. A lot of sloppy pass protection. And also on the other side, Dallas is near the bottom of the league in takeaways. They only have 5 so far in the season. And just 2 interceptions. So, they're not taking the ball away, and they're not exactly taking advantage of their offensive possession. So,
diba parang the defense for Dak Prescott is, this guy's a winner, diba? Parang he's not spectacular, but he wins games for you. Pero you know what? Dak Prescott has at least 10 games left in this season to show, is it really worth that money he's seeking for, diba? But it's gonna come tough for them next week because they're gonna face Philadelphia, one of their rivals now. But even for
that's going to be a good game. I mean, Philadelphia on the other side of the ball, they're also 3-3. Excuse me. So that wasn't a 4-game losing streak, 3-game losing streak for the Cowboys. The Eagles also starting out hot and now cooling off. They're 3-3. That's probably going to be one of the best games of this week because both of these teams are really trying to get things going.
They're jockeying for top spot in the NFC East, diba? But you know what? Even for Dallas, trying to move the conversation away from Dak Prescott, even Ezekiel Elliott, he was able to top 100 yards in their previous game, but it took him 28 carries against the Jets front. Diba? They were able to force him under 4 yards per attempt. So
a lot of times they're just running into a wall there just to give him the ball. So maybe they might have to try things up differently. Maybe run some play action, maybe some short passes to get the offense moving. But they're gonna have to change things up because 3 games in a row it's not been working. So.
And one of the coaches now on the hot seat is Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang it's just so hard to get a read on Dallas. Diba? Parang are they Are they a 500 team or
Are they a playoff team?
Yun nga.
Yeah, what do they want to be? But they, like you said, they still have about 10 weeks of the season to do that. And like we talked about Philly next on the list. It's really a chance for them to show out now. You're going against one of these other teams that is in the same situation with you in the NFC, same division. So, and they're playing at home, so it's a good chance for them to give themselves a boost going into the later part of the season.
And as for Philadelphia, they chose a pretty bad week to start some locker room drama. Because there's this anonymous player now, as Doug Peterson mentioned, who said not so nice things about Carson Wentz.
That's the last thing you need right now.
You know what? Parang sinasabi nila, that anonymous player who's saying now na the offense could do some dumbing down, once in a while, trying to keep things more simple. Said out Carson Wentz, if he doesn't see the touchdown bomb, parang he doesn't go touchdown, checkdown. Parang Carson Wentz always goes for the explosive play, but he doesn't go for the quick out, for the short route. He doesn't see those things to in the end, parang suffer all.
Just reflecting, they're only 3-3. You keep going for the big play instead of just going for the right play. Yeah. And put you in that situation. So we'll see. Staying in the NFC, now moving north, Green Bay. What would you say that call? Two bad calls going in their favor. I rewatched some of the plays from that game. Detroit had the chance to put that game away from them, so it's kind of on them. They had a chance to go up 20-0, but they had some drop passes and of course the penalties. Big penalties. The one I really didn't like, I know a lot of people want to talk about the two hands to the face against Trey Flowers. The one I really didn't like was against Detroit cornerback Walker III. He was going for the ball. There was a pass play. He's going for the ball. You can see him literally looking for the ball, about to catch it. The Golden State. I'm thinking basketball. Next week, NBA is starting. I'm already thinking about the NBA. The Green Bay wide receiver actually runs into him. Their helmets collide. But somehow it's a helmet foul. Detroit cornerback. So, I mean, it's hard in that situation. Everything's happening so quick. But I think a lot of these penalties, they're just so quick to call out. I mean, they want to keep the players safe. But in that situation, just a bad play where it could cost them the game, which I think happened here. They called hands to the face. Where Trey Flowers' hand was nowhere near the offensive lineman's face. They were either on the jersey or on the shoulder pad. And you know what happened? The thing is, these were both on the third down. So the referees were, in essence, bailing out the Green Bay offense, and like on the first time it happened, a couple plays later, Rodgers makes a huge throw to Lazard. Yeah. Second time, bails Green Bay out, puts them in critical position to win the game. And changes the whole complexion of the game. So I get the referees are trying to, enforce the rules, but at the same time, you don't want to change the game. You don't want to change the outcome of the game. So, but I mean, also give credit to Rodgers. That throw to Lazard to make that touchdown is amazing. Yep. These windows are so tiny, and he's still making them.
It's still Aaron Rodgers for you. But is this kind of deja vu of 2018 NFC title game, Saints and Rams?
Yeah.
Diba? Parang it just feels the same. The way the collision of defensive back and wide receiver. I mean,
it's hard. It's hard to ask the refs to make decisions. It happens so quick, but I don't know. It's so sad for a game to be decided on a call like that.
Exactly. And then even Trey Flowers, Steven.
Not once, but twice.
In his entire 5-year NFL career, he had never been whistled for hands to the face.
Yeah, and now twice in one game. So it makes you think, really? And I get it. Like with certain players, maybe they have a history, but like you just said, he's never been called for it in his time, and now he gets called for it twice in a game.
And now we move on to the NFC South, where last year's victim of poor play calling, the New Orleans Saints.
They're doing all right.
I mean,
Bridgewater's doing his best. Well, he's not even imitating Drew Brees. He's getting the ball out, check downs. He's running the ball when he needs to. New Orleans is just chugging along, just waiting for Drew Brees to come on, and probably just keep things going.
I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, he's a game manager, diba?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, 4 games, no Drew, 4-0.
Yeah.
But in their next game, kasi they're gonna face the Monsters of Midway, Chicago Bears, at home. That's a tough out for them.
That'll be a good one.
Pero Alvin Kamara is going to potentially miss it.
Yep.
That's a big minus for them. That is why I can't wait to see their do-it-all quarterback / special teams guy / wide receiver Taysom Hill.
Yeah, it's probably going to be one of the bigger tests that he's going to face before Breeze comes back. We'll see. I mean, that's probably another game I'm definitely going to be watching. Staying in the NFC South, Carolina Panthers. Moving on from Cam Newton, possibly. I've been seeing his name in trade rumors. And it's really sad how he's fallen from grace so quickly. You know, a couple years removed from being in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But at least the saving grace is you have Christian McCaffrey in the MVP talks. He's been carrying the team in all facets of the game. It's whether he's carrying the ball, he's receiving it, sometimes even taking direct snaps. He's been keeping them relevant.
And it's just so refreshing to see a running back in the MVP conversation. Diba? Because the last time...
It's usually just quarterbacks. It's all quarterbacks.
The last time we had an NFL MVP who was a running back, you go back to all day, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
In 2012, diba?
And that was even not a sure thing that he was going to win it. He still had, a lot of other guys that were going to get most likely quarterbacks, but McCaffrey just doing it all, and he kind of has to.
Just how dominant is Christian McCaffrey, Steven? We got some stats over here. C-Mac. I love the nickname.
C-Mac. I like that.
C-Mac, like a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Doesn't get tired. He leads the league with 618 rushing yards. And he's one off the league lead with 7 rushing touchdowns. Generated 923 yards of total offense so far. That's 127 yards more than second placer.
He's
Dalvin
literally
Cook.
the Panthers' offense right now.
And he has accounted for 43.6% of the Panthers' total yardage.
He is the offense of the Panthers. So hopefully he can keep it going, keep them, in relevance. And we'll see if Cam Newton comes back, if they're going to go to him, or they're going to stay with Kyle Allen. Yeah, we'll see. Moving on to the Falcons. The Falcons. I feel so sad for the Falcons. They look like a shell of a team that they used to be a couple years ago. They were competing for the Super Bowls, getting into NFC Championship games. It's been a tough schedule so far for them, but one stat that I saw that's kind of reflective that this team isn't exactly what their record says they are. They're 1-5. They're still a good football team in my opinion.
Yeah.
They've lost 3 games by 4 points or less.
Ouch.
So, what it says there, they've been staying in the games. It's just a couple tough breaks here and there. So, I mean, they could easily be what? If you flip that around, 4-1.
Yeah.
So,
But they're 1-5 nga eh, diba?
yeah. Or excuse me, 4-2. My math was wrong. Yeah.
Pero, but apart from the misery of the Falcons season right now, a guy who just keeps building on his legend is Julio Jones.
Oh yeah.
Who scored high praise from another legendary wide receiver in their previous game against the Cardinals, from Elfit,
Yeah.
the immortal.
I saw that video where he was talking to Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
And he told him, he's like, look over that guy, number 11. He's like, that guy is like unguardable. He can do anything. No weaknesses. But it just sucks. He's 1-5 right now.
And I just love the mutual respect of Fitzgerald for Julio Jones.
Yeah, from 111 to another 11. Yeah, same number.
Yeah, and then Fitzgerald is, he's been one of this quiet, consistent receivers. Now he's second all time in receiving yards, 16,706, and climbing. Although he won't catch up to
The GOAT.
the
absolute
Jerry Rice.
GOAT, yeah.
But Julio Jones, this guy recently became the fastest player to 11,000 yards. He did so in just 115 games. That's 12 less than Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
So at only 30, I think Julio Jones can just get more yardage.
He has everything you need: the size, the speed, the skills, the hands. So it's no surprise. I mean, hopefully he can keep doing it for a couple more years. And hopefully the Atlanta Falcons can turn this around. Maybe this season might be lost. We'll see. Again, 10 more weeks to go. Switching over to the NFC West.
Steven, can we... I want to save this for last. Can we start with our rivals first?
Sure. Okay, moving along. Seattle. Seattle's looking scary. Russell Wilson, looking at the stats, are 5-1, 14 touchdowns. He has not thrown an interception yet. 72% completion rate. He also has 3 rushing touchdowns. Is there anything that Russ and Wilson cannot do right now? They're really hitting on all cylinders.
No Jimmy Graham, no Doug Baldwin, no problem.
It just keeps moving along. And, of course, when they play at home, you have the 12th man out there.
Yeah.
These guys are going to be a tough out, especially if we get into the playoffs. Us talking as like San Francisco, we'll see. And they're playing this week against the Ravens, so that should be a tough test for them. They're going away from home. The Ravens, of course, getting a resurgence right there with Marcus Peters in the trade. Let's see, Russell Wilson, strength versus strength. I don't know though.
For all the craziness,
you might be looking at the MVP right now.
It's either Russ,
especially with Mahomes out, going out for a couple weeks. Wilson could be taking this as early as now. If he keeps this going,
either Russ or C-Mac.
Yeah.
Either Russ or C-Mac. Those are my two bets. Pero, for all the craziness that Russell Wilson does with his, he's the maestro of scrambling.
Yeah.
But last game, he lost all connection with his coaches.
Yeah, I saw that. That is crazy. So he lost communication in his helmet.
The device.
Yeah, where you usually get the plays in. And he literally went blind or deaf in that sense, where he had no plays coming in. He was calling the plays. They scored on that drive. So it just goes to show you whether he has the coaching in his head or not, he can still do it. So that's scary.
Oh my gosh. Russell Wilson, 14 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 72.5% completion rate, and remains one of the league's most explosive playmakers. Sorry.
Yeah, that kind of scares me. Okay, moving over to other good news. The Rams started 3-0 and now 3-3. They look like they were putting themselves in the driver's seat to get right back into the Super Bowl, but it's a 3-game losing streak. The thing for me, before we get to the trade, you can see it against the Niners in last week's game. The O-line was just being destroyed left and right. And if you watch the film, Bosa really getting there. It's either Bosa or Ford just coming from both sides. You have to pick your poison. If you watch the film, there's a lot of plays that are left on the field. Jared Goff had a lot of guys that are wide open, but the thing is, he just doesn't have the time to get the ball out. He has a guy or two guys in his face. And you look at the trade, of course, Jalen Ramsey finding a new home in Los Angeles. He's 1 week away from his 25th birthday. You could even say he's not even in his prime yet. He's an aggressive playmaker. He loves to take out the opposition's number one wideout. One of the reasons why he wanted to leave Jacksonville is because of their lack of playing man-to-man.
Yeah.
But you have to question, okay, you needed O-line help, and now you get a number one quarterback. I get it. Aqib Talib was put on IR. You just got rid of Marcus Peters.
Okay.
But this guy now, you give away 2 number ones. You give away a number 1 pick in 2020.
Oh, you gave away 2?
Yes, you give away. That was the asking price. And Jacksonville, who I really think finessed the Rams here, they got them for everything. They got them for 2 number 1s in 2020 and 2021. They also get a 2021 4th-round pick. And if you think about it, Jalen Ramsey did this trade because he wants his contract.
Yeah.
He wants his big contract. And with that leverage that he has now, that the Rams gave away 2 firsts, you have to think that most likely they're going to give him that. He could be looking at possibly, I don't know, 20 million. He's going to be the number 1 paid quarterback in the league. If he gets wherever he gets the contract, he's going to get it either in Los Angeles or somewhere else. I really think that, and as a Niners fan, I kind of laughed when I saw this thing because they're mortgaging their next 2 first-round picks for just one guy, and it's not even necessary. If anything, I thought they could use these picks to get offensive line. Maybe trade for an offensive line. Williams is still out there.
Andrew,
it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense. You're 3-3 right now, and you're going all in on this guy who's a cornerback. He doesn't play offensive line, so.
I mean,
what do you think about it? Going for cornerback when it seems like you could use more help as
Andrew Whitworth was abused by Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
He was abused.
He was literally just coming in on both sides. There was a play that they showed where Bosa's coming in from the right side, E4 is coming in, and they literally just push their men right into Jared Goff. If I think on that play, Goff gets sacked, he trips over another guy because the pressure is just right there.
Last year lang, didn't Sean McVay seem to be the darling of young head coaches?
He's the prodigy, the next one up.
All the hype was coming in for Sean McVay.
And I get it, the offense was going on all cylinders, but now, I mean, again, like what we talked about earlier in the show with Cleveland and these other teams that are struggling, the quarterbacks and the playmakers are struggling because they don't have time. they don't have the protection. And here, again, with this trade, it's like, okay, you need offensive lineout, but you go out here. Again, I scratch my head, but as a Niners fan, I love it. Good.
Go ahead.
Because now they don't have number 1 picks for the next 2 years. It's fine with me.
Right.
And
I think a huge part of Jared Goff has been criticized enough, but a huge part of why Sean McVay is as dynamic with the offense is Todd Gurley.
yeah, that's so sad. Such a fall from grace.
Yeah.
And it's hard, you can't predict things like that. The knee injury. What are the reports are saying? He has no cartilage in his knee, so basically the bones are. So it's really a sad break there. But again, it kind of puts you even further back now. You're giving away your future.
Because it was the catalyst of Sean McVay's play design. Like everything was slow.
All future back, he can do it all. Now he's kind of sidelined. I'm
And that's why Steven and I are very, very happy because over at the Bay Area, yes sir, Bay Area rise up.
I don't want to brag too much, but it finally the media is starting to see that the Niners are for real. And again,
Keep your energy, bro. Keep your energy.
it's all starting on defense.
Sir.
One stat I saw here that really kind of says it all. The Niners are really stopping teams on third down. Teams only have 30% or effective rate against them on third down, which is only second in the league after Dallas. They're also second in fourth down conversion percentage, 11%. And the one thing I really like too, because we saw it earlier in the first week, which again, it's probably first week jitters. There was a lot of penalties. As of now, they're third in fewest penalties on defense. So, and you can see it from the D line. They're just causing so much trouble for the offensive line.
And if you look at Nick Bosa and Steven, again, the number 2 sit out of Ohio has 4 sacks, 14 hits, 18 hurries, over 86 pass plays. That gives him the second highest pressure rate among all defensive linemen.
And I don't think the stats tell the whole story. He only has 4 sacks? He's missed a couple, and some of the pressures that he creates, it gives sacks for other players. Whether it's Buckner, whether it's Ford, even Armstead's been balling out. So, a lot of these national media outlets have been talking. We have about 5 or 6 first-round picks on the defensive line, and it's really, it's
Working to the favor.
It's playing out. You start in the trenches, and this is success. It trickles down. The pass rush helps out the secondary. Secondary helps out the pass rush. So I'm excited. I'm really kind of scared though, because the Niners are traveling to Washington to take on the Redskins. The Redskins, of course, just got their first win of the season. But I really feel like this could be a trap game. I really hope Shanahan, keeps the guys focused. Lets them know this is just another game. You have to, show up just as you did last week.
Simple lang, no let-ups.
Yeah, do not look ahead. Focus on this game.
Keep your foot on the gas.
It should be a win.
Yeah.
If they keep to the game plan, it should be a win.
And parang I was reading some retired defensive NFL linemen.
Yeah.
They were breaking down the technique of Nick Bosa. No? What really makes him so effective is he knows how to blend that power and speed. Parang he would start off by just speed rushing, attacking tackles, offensive tackles off of speed. So the offensive tackle would go, oh, I gotta back up, diba? I gotta back up because I don't want to get beat on the edge. But then if Nick Bosa senses that, he's gonna bring you down with his head.
Yeah, because if the tackle starts pushing out to the edge, and then he just cuts in, you get him off balance, and then you just push them back towards the quarterback. And Bosa, obviously, he's not a small guy. He's thick. He's full of muscle.
Right.
And you can see it. It's like pick your poison. Speed, power.
Yeah,
and that's just one guy. You still have 2 or 3 other guys on the edge, whether it's D Ford, Buckner, who is still beating double teams. And a lot of times, if you notice, if you watch the games, a lot of times they're just rushing 4 players, and they're still getting the pressure. And when you rush 4, that leaves 7 other players to cover. So whether the quarterback is getting players in his face, he's also not seeing open routes because you have 7 players that are covering the other receivers. So I'm just happy. I just hope it continues. 5-0 feels so good. Would you have thought the Niners would be 5-0
No.
at this point in the season?
No.
I would have been happy with maybe 3-2, 2-3. I really don't think we should have won the Pittsburgh game. You give up the ball 5 times and you still find a way to get
turnover.
yes.
Yeah.
So, if anything, I think Kyle Shanahan said it best after this last game versus the Rams. They got the win, but I still don't think they've played their best football yet. They still haven't hit their stride yet. But hey, 5-0 is 5-0.
I mean,
You can't debate it. You know, people keep saying we haven't played anybody yet, but we've beaten the Rams, we've beaten the Browns. Who else? We beat the Buccaneers, who beat the Rams. So, you know.
yeah, they did. But you know what, Steven? If I were to give an award to the defensive, the fearsome defensive front as the most improved player, I think I would give it to Rick Armstead.
Oh yeah, you know he's balling out, and it's kind of scary because, you know, are you gonna pay this guy? If I remember correctly, I think he's in a contract year. It's like he's looking for a big contract, most likely, and you can see he's playing out. He's really playing out. But hey, it works in our favor. 5-0, the defense is balling out.
And then, of course, Rick Armstead, no, 5th-year defensive lineman, has 2.5 sacks, just a half sack shy of his career high, no?
Yeah.
And also his
just 5 games.
He forced a fumble, his first fumble since 2016.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you know, we've talked about this before. That improved pass rush, you know, allows Sherms to be Sherms again.
Yeah. And the injuries too. I mean, like all NFL teams will experience injuries here or there. The Niners losing both starting tackles, losing a starting cornerback, losing their starting fullback. But regardless, they're still churning along. You know, they're bringing in the other players, and they're fitting right in. So I think that's one thing, because all NFL teams will experience injuries. It's how you deal with the injuries that really sets you apart. And Kyle Shanahan and the whole staff, they, you know, it's their 4th year here, 3rd or 4th year. So you know, the system is there. Now it's just putting in the players, and they're really showing out.
And you know what? I really love the energy, the leadership that Richard Sherman gives.
Oh yeah.
You know, he was
not just him, Robert Saleh. Oh my God! He had so many cuts on
along the sideline.
Yeah, it's just like
he's hype.
But it's so funny because if you see him when he talks to the press, he's so calm, he's so collected. But on the game, and he talked about in the recent interview, he says, you know, when I'm out there during the games, he's like, you know, I feel for my guys. When they're having success, I'm so hyped for them. You know, when things aren't going their way, so you know, very down. So he lives through that defense, and they're really balling out.
You know what, Steven, just talking about the confidence that Richard Sherman has, you know, in one of his post-game pressers, speaking about the Niners defense, he said, "We aspire every year to be compared to one of the great defenses of all time, 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens, 70s Steel Curtain Steelers."
Yeah.
I mean,
you can even talk about the Legion of Boom in there, which he came from. Yeah,
exactly. So parang this Niner defensive lineup, parang
there's a lot of pride.
It is.
The one thing I also think I can see just from watching the games, there's a lot of good camaraderie on both sides of the ball. Players are looking out for each other. They're not just playing for the win, but they're playing for each other. One person, Richard Sherman, does that. He's always, you know, coaching the other players, helping them out. Another guy I love is George Kittle. Oh man, he's just.
Can you smell what the Niners are cooking?
I love it. I'm so happy.
He's a character.
I'm so happy, especially after last season going 4-12. You know, it was a rough season. You lose Jimmy Garoppolo early in the year. So just to see things happening, I just hope they can keep it going. I don't want to jinx it. There's a lot of football left to play. The season gets a lot tougher going down the line.
Schedule us.
It's not going to be easy. So, I mean, if you look at the season, the next couple games, obviously we play the Panthers, we play the Redskins, but after that, we still have to play the Seahawks twice.
Division rival.
We got to play the Packers, we got to play the Ravens, we got to play the Falcons, the Saints. So, we'll see. It's still early.
But it's the momentum that you need approaching the midway mark. Diba? And you know what? I just wanted this now to see when we were, you know, in our football group chat along with Coach Hammer.
Coach Hammer,
who has
join us sometime.
Yeah, please do. Please
use
do.
your expertise.
Mr. Gronk of the football team. But anyway, you know, Steven, you were telling me about how Jimmy G just needs that, you know, that breakout game. Because, you know, he's
I wouldn't say he needs it. I just really want to see it. But the one thing I like what I'm seeing from Jimmy G, regardless if the offense isn't putting up huge stats, he's getting the ball up, the one thing I like is he will sit in the pocket. He will take that hit just to get the ball out. And he's really getting the ball to the playmakers. If they don't need to depend on him so much right now.
Right.
You know,
I mean,
especially with the way how they're leaning so much on the run game.
The committee of Mostert, Richie James, Breida the Cheetah, Devin Coleman, Jarek McKinnon, where are you? You're missing out.
It's just picking your poison because they're all hitting so well. The thing is, you know, you're not hearing any discrepancy about one player wanting more touches. It's basically whoever gets the ball, okay, we support
Take it to
that
the house.
guy. Yeah.
And, you know, Jimmy G's only, 22nd in passing yards in the league. Diba? Parang, I don't know, but against this Washington Redskins defense, you're facing who? The struggling Josh Norman.
This could be the platform for that big game.
Why not take shots down the field? Go, test it. Diba?
Could be.
Nothing to lose in this game. Plus, I like how Kyle Shanahan has a bit of some words for Dan Snyder, owner of the Skins.
Yeah.
Like he was asked, what was your favorite part about working for the Skins back then?
With his dad.
Working with my dad. What was the worst part? Everything else.
Yeah, it's rough out in Washington now. I mean,
no.
It's just very barren right there.
Like, can you imagine how many starting QBs they have had from Case Keenum to even their rookie now, Haskins? I mean,
Who hasn't? It's so funny because you're hearing reports that the reason why Haskins isn't seeing the field is because they need to see more from him. But the thing is, he's not playing. They're not letting him play. So how can he show you what he has? So it's a weird catch-22 that he needs to show something, but they're not giving him the chance. So
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe he's not showing enough in practice. That maybe he hasn't digested the playbook enough for them to put him out there. But we'll see. It's a tough situation to be in Washington right now, and it sucks because we're not going to see a reunion. Vernon Davis and Alex Smith, both players, I believe, are out. Yes, they're both out for this game. Two pillars, you know, where the Niners are now. Early 2000s.
early mid 2000s.
The catch number 3. Oh, I cry every time I see that play. I literally get so emotional.
You know what? But Alex, no. Speaking of the Niners of old, Steven. Gosh, 2007 seems like ages from today. But you know, Alex Smith was interviewed by Graham Bissinger.
Yeah, I saw that. The most polite way of dissing the Niners, if you can ever see. That's the thing about Alex Smith. He really did so wrong when he was with the Niners.
Yeah.
Mike Nolan, one of the most hard-headed coaches of all time.
Singletary.
And not only that, you have 4 or 5 different offensive coordinators in 4 or 5 years. How is that learning a new offense every single year going to work? And you know, you're talking about a young quarterback coming in number one draft pick overall. There's so much pressure, and you just keep putting things on his plate and expecting him to succeed. So Alex Smith was put in such a tough situation. I admire him so much for what he did for us.
He was being asked, so how would you describe your stay with the Niners?
It was tough.
It was tough, man.
Yeah. The most polite way of just dissing the Niners. I really admire him for what he did for us.
Yeah.
He really put up with a lot. There were so many chances for him to leave, and he talked about it. You know, there was chances where he really wanted to leave San Francisco. Him and his wife.
We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at Radyo Katipunan FM. Don't forget to click. Welcome to the Rundown, where we take you right into the action with the latest sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now, let's get ready to run down!
All
Alright, what is up, Blue Eagle Nation? A great day po sa lahat ng ating team Ateneo sports fans, our students, faculty, staff, employees, and alumni, and to everyone po around V, Katipunan area. Welcome again to another exciting edition ng ating Radyo Katipunan Sports dito lang po sa Voice of the Blue Eagle, Radyo Katipunan 87.9. As always, you're hanging out with me, Anthony. O nga pala, shoutout sa aking co-host ngayon na si Coach Enzo Flojo dyan sa Ateneo High School. And sa gaya nga ng sabi natin kanina, no, Justin, exclusive tayo ngayong araw na to because, again, for the first time sa history ng UAAP, meron ng girls basketball tournament. And it will be held as a demonstration sport ngayong UAAP Season 82. Kaya naman, here to demonstrate their skills. Hindi sila skills exhibition ngayon. Hindi. Here to demonstrate their skills. Dun sa hard court, for our blue and white, are the first ever, ito na, yung inaugural natin na Ateneo High School Girls Basketball Team. Palakpakan naman tayo dyan, girls, di ba? Bigyan natin ng excitement. Okay, kasi senior high kayo lahat, no? I think excited na malaman ng mga classmates nyo, teachers nyo, friends, family ninyo, yung na nandito kayo, no? So, can we just go do a quick run through yung name nyo lang, tapos section nyo. You can give a shout out to your section, di ba? Mga friends nyo doon. Sige, we'll start with...
Yes.
Yan. Pag ganun tayo.
Hi, I'm Louie Perez from 11 Campion.
Naku, magkabarangay pala tayo eh.
Shout out sa mga klase ko dyan.
Ayun.
Hi, I'm Dea Sarmiento from 11 Campion din.
Classmates. Alright.
Hi, I'm Chase Gonzaga from 12 Old Corn.
Alright.
So shout out to my classmates.
Ayun.
And I'm Margaret Baltazar from 12 Evans.
Hi, I'm Sofia Jimenez from 11 Gaba.
And I'm Adama Capayas from 12 Sullivan.
Alright. So we have ilang seniors? 2 or 3 over here? 3 seniors, no? So, ito, panalo na sa intrams kasi dalawa sila sa section nila. Alright, so, again, this is something super new and exciting para sa akin. Of course, back in my day, coming from, 2 Jesuit schools from Xavier and Ateneo, as in, nandun ako sa generation na hindi pa co-ed yung Ateneo High School. So, this is something na parang exciting for me, no? Again, maraming mga changes and developments na Ateneans dun sa hosting natin of UAAP Season 82. And of course, yun nga, with the girls basketball being included sa calendar of events. Now, sabi nila late October to mag-start. When exactly ang opening day natin? May nakakaalam ba?
At inask ko po si Coach, wala pa raw sure. It's either November or January daw.
Ganun pa. Originally kasi sabi nila for late October.
Yeah, that's
No?
yun yung sinabi sa amin when we first entered. But then now it's already sem break and wala pang like set schedule or set date na binibigay sa amin.
Okay. And I would assume playing venue hindi pa rin set, no?
Yes, wala rin.
Pero sana dito na lang sa
Sa
Blue Eagle Gym,
yes.
di ba? I mean, daming renovations na nangyayari ngayon. So sana dyan tayo, no? Pero anyways, given na it's just, siguro couple of months away na lang, di ba? From your first ever UAAP Juniors game, sige nga, ano yung overall mood ng girls sa team ninyo? Can we ask you two naman?
For me, I'm both excited and anxious. Kasi, syempre, may pressure kasi kayo yung first eh.
Yeah.
So, you have to do well kasi of course, and then, to take into account ba na you're carrying the name of Ateneo.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
Oo, tama. Diba? Tapos, kasi syempre yung Ateneo High School basketball program, I mean, ever since naman, this has been a producer of great talent na nakikita natin ngayon sa collegiate ranks, diba?
Yes.
Nandiyan sila Ferdy, sila Matt and Mike Nieto, sila SJ Belangel. Even if you go back to last year, sila Aaron Black, Antonio Sistio, all came from the Ateneo High School program, diba? Pero kayo ba, dito naman tayo, sa side nila, yung mga classmate natin. Do you feel na, yung, tingnan nyo ako, yung with you girls starting dito sa girls program, parang do you hope na one day maybe yung girls program yan could be a good feeder sa Lady Eagles pagdating sa seniors ranks? Ganon?
Well, sa ngayon po kasi, since first time nga, and parang wala pang chemistry yung team. So, maganda yung opportunity na to for us to play together and get to know each other more. Para sa demonstration na to and sa future games pa, mas maganda yung performance and okay yung kalalabasan.
Tama. Ano. And of course, I'm pretty sure yung Ateneo community natin would love to get to get to know you better, no? Kasi nga kayo yung first ever high school girls basketball team natin. Sabi mo kanina, 'di ba? May, of course, it's yung weight ng name na dala niya Ateneo, mabigat 'yon, 'di ba? Pero siguro we'd like to know, about your journey coming over here to Ateneo kasi nga Sofia ba?
Yes.
Was Ateneo ever was it ever the dream school for you? Ganon?
Yes po.
Talaga? Okay. Pero, wait, tawag na ito. Paano ba yung process nun? From junior high, you go into senior high, may entrance exam na naman yun?
A-shape.
Ganun na pala. Ano? Alright, dito naman tayo, no? Tapos, I'm pretty sure may tryouts and selection process yan.
Yes.
Marami bang senior high school girls na nag-participate?
Kasi since this is the first ever girls basketball team, a lot of them were recruited na by Coach Ron nung last summer. Pero ako po, I just joined the tryouts pa lang when school started na po.
Ibig sabihin magaling ka kasi sumali ka lang doon. Okay. Pero this is something that's, parang that sparks a bit of curiosity in me kasi I'd like to know how you first gained interest and passion in basketball, no? See, naman. Dito naman tayo nag-start kanina, no? Kasi alam naman natin, basketball, we're, basketball mad country tayo, di ba? Pero ang basketball, it's still identified as predominantly a male sport, di ba? Meaning natin, kung hindi volleyball or maybe soccer, di ba? Yun yung typical girl sport natin. Pero, sige nga, for you, basketball, paano nangyari yun?
Since then pa po kasi nung mga grade school pa po ako, na-introduce na sa akin yung basketball. And from then po, minahal ko na siya. And ayun, na yung skills ko hanggang mag-level up ako to high school. Kasi mas nag-improve. Hanggang nadala ko po dito sa Ateneo.
Okay. Sige, ikaw naman. How did you find that interest in hoops? Sige nga.
Because in grade 6, there our PE curriculum, it has volleyball in it. But then the thing is, I didn't get to participate in that because I went to a different kind of curriculum. And then when I went in high school, I felt kind of sad because I was the only one na hindi marunong mag-volleyball. But then people say na, hey, you're built, it's for basketball. So I said, okay, let's try basketball.
Okay.
And then in basketball naman, my skills in basketball in with that group, parang it's mas angat kaya sa kanila. So parang ako yung nakita nilang, she knows how to play basketball. So ever since then, parang I really wanted to do volleyball, but then because of yung push ng mga classmates ko and my batchmates ko during that time, that's why I got interested in basketball na lang instead of the other sport.
And parang no regrets naman na napunta ka sa basketball.
Yes po.
Okay. Now I'm sure na all of your huge, basketball fans, whether it's of course NBA, pero WNBA, I'm sure.
Yes.
You also follow it a lot. Oo naman, no. Tapos ngayon, I mean, basketball umangat siya, no? It's on the rise. And do you follow it on TV at least? Dito ba? May sinusundan nyo?
Live streams.
Pag meron.
Yes,
live stream, okay,
streams.
sige. So were you able to watch that recently televised game between De La Salle and our own seniors team? No, shout out pala kay Selena De Dios and our other Ateneo Lady Eagles, no. For you girls ba, isn't it exciting na to think na yung regular season game, because usually mga finals pinapakita pag may televised may televised coverage ng UAAP ng women's basketball, no? Parang isn't it exciting na pwede niyo ma-imagine yung sarili niyo na hey, 'di ba? It's now being shown on TV, no? Anong reaction niyo dun?
Of course, exciting po. Actually, nung nakita ko nga siya, yung live stream na yun, sobrang natuwa ako. Ang refreshing po sa eyes na makita, uy, girls naman yung tinitelevise nila. Parang na-appreciate and na-acknowledge na din po na it's not just a guy sport na po.
True.
So, actually, sa sports fest nga din namin, it's just last week. It's the first ever na-include yung first ever women's basketball na yun
meron
po.
na?
Yes po, sa sports fest. Kasi last year po, nung year po na pumasok kami, there was no women's basketball po.
Right.
So, it's, yun nga po, it's on the rise na din po.
Yes. Oo. Tapos, di ba, parang when other girls na see na, uy, di ba, may pupuntahan siya, di ba, parang don't you feel na nandun kayo sa path na yun, di ba, na pwede kayong sumunod doon, no? And sige nga, kasi from what you've been talking to me about na you girls are huge basketball fans, I wanna know naman sino yung mga ballers na in-emulate nyo yung laro, or who do you look up to in terms of style of play, ganon? Sige. May idol naman kayo, malamang, di ba?
Sila Paul George.
Paul George.
Candice Parker.
Ayun, of course. Parang mga LA-based ang gusto niyong mga ballers. Kayo naman, who do you look up to? Pagdating sa WNBA, NBA?
Steph Curry po.
Steph Curry talaga. Dapat Under Armour yung t-shirt mo. Hindi, ikaw naman.
Si LeBron James po. Pero sa
Mahirap gayahin yun. Mahirap yun.
Dominant player. Tapos, syempre po senior si ate po, Katrina Grating ko.
Of course. One of our leading scorers. Yan, alongside sila Joanna Nimes, di ba? Ganun. Alright. How about the others? Kayo, who do you look up to? Ikaw naman.
Wala pa for now.
Wala pa. Mahanap mo rin yan.
Coach Ron.
Siya.
Coach Ron. Safe answer.
And sige, any player that you try to follow, parang kinukuha mo yung niya, yung signature moves niya, meron ba?
Wala din po as of now.
Talaga?
Trying to find our game.
Okay. Fair naman, fair. Pero para sa akin, when I look at women's basketball, it's ang tingin ako kasi of course athletically iba ang lalaki, 'di ba? Sabi mo nga LeBron James, iba 'yon. Superhuman na nakagawa nun, lalaki na nakagawa nun. Pero when you look at the fundamentals of it, minsan ang babae lamang pa, 'di ba? Pag tingnan mo yung the recent WNBA finals, of course, Elena Delle Donne put on a show, 'di ba? Maraming nagtatrack ng stats, ha. Statistically, ang female athletes, ang female basketball players specifically, they shoot a much higher percentage from the free throw line compared to NBA players. 'Di ba? Bakit? Kasi, 'di ba? Parang do you get the feeling na kasi of course, you're a girl baller, parang mas gutom ka eh, 'di ba? You wanna prove na you have game, 'di ba? Don't you feel the same thing?
Yeah, like sometimes parang like nakakainis lang na minamaliit nila yung female when it comes to females when it comes to basketball. Like syempre Ateneo, it's also dominantly male.
Yeah.
So like during the sports fest, or sports fest last week, parang yung sa amin kasi ng basketball for women, it's not the full court. It's just 4x4.5 court. So, wala lang, parang...
Di ba masikip yun?
Yun nga po, it's masikip. So, like, yun nga, parang, it's just nice to see na parang people are actually trying to hype it up na. And, like, hindi na siya yung parang, it's just women's basketball, it's just gonna be agawan buko, ganun klaseng kind of, ganung klaseng kind of basketball. Now, I see like there's some homegrowns, they call them homegrowns, right?
Yeah.
There's some homegrowns na they say na, oh, it's so nice to see na like these women, they actually know how to make plays, they make good passes. Parang yun nga, marunong sila yung mga cut, yung mga may mga hand signals
May
pala and
sistema.
everything. Yeah, there's a system and it's not just all sitting on the ball and stuff.
Yeah. I never got the term agawang buko. Sabi ko, ang bigat naman kasi ng coconut. Paano mo naman iitsa yun sa rin? Di ba? Parang sabi ko, ba't naman agawang buko? Pero yeah, di ba? I do get it. And I think ang laki ng tulong ng ng free basketball. At least for the growth ng women's hoops dito. Kasi I was fortunate enough na sinamahan ko si Coach Enzo dun sa FIBA Free X Free World Cup sa Bulacan, sa Philippine Arena. And I was watching yung mga elite female ballers from Argentina, from Espanya. Diba? Tapos sabi ko, uy, ang Pilipinas nakakasabay. Sila Janine Pontejo, sila Alfred Bernardino. Sabi ko, uy, parang kaya, diba? So, parang it does a lot of amazing things for women's basketball na. Now, going back naman dito sa natin, no, sa UAAP Girls Basketball, ang schools nakasama dun sa 4 teams lang pala para sa demonstration event natin. No? So, of course, tayo nandun. De La Salle Zobel's there. UST is there. And of course, yung Adamson University. What have your coaches told you about yung mga teams na kasali dito?
Yung Zobel daw po kasi like matagal na silang prepared for UAAP. Then like kami like this year lang.
Okay.
They have more players since they've been recruiting ever since. But then since nga like kami, because like as far as I know, their high school is open to co-ed ba?
Matagal na.
Yeah.
Ganun
Ours
sila
kasi it's only 11-12, so that's why it's hard to get players. Yeah.
Right.
There's more boys than girls.
Yeah.
Right. Kahit sa senior high.
Yes, there's still more boys.
Akala ko equal yung number.
In our class,
3:1 ratio.
in our class, we're just 2 girls.
Ganun?
Yeah.
Out of 4.
So, akala ko kung 36 students, di ba? Hati siya, 13. Hindi.
Pero sa grade 11 dumami na rin yung girls.
They're trying to adjust to that, to have a proportion.
Right. And then from the small population of girls, hindi pa lahat yung nagbabasketball, malamang, di ba? Okay. Pero have you girls scrimmaged with them before? Zobel, UST, Adamson? Meron na ba?
Before po, school ko dati Miriam, so nakalaban ko na po sila. Pero yung as a team na Ateneo, hindi pa po namin sila nakakalaban.
Okay. So malamang parang first outing, first time nyo sila makakalaban. Alright. Well, Miriam, maraming nanggaling dyan na Ateneo Lady Eagles. No? Namely, nakausap natin before dito, Danica Jose, my batchmate dito sa college. No? Of course, kasama siya sa Gilas Pilipinas Women's. Now, part daw nung sabi ng UAAP Organizing Committee, part daw of having girls basketball as a tournament dito sa UAAP Season 82. Gusto daw kasi ng mga universities na pag mag-recruit sila ng female hoopers out of high school, gusto nila yung they're fundamentally sound na. 'Di ba? Like what you said kanina, may system yung laro nila, they know what they're doing inside the court, no? Ang actually nagsabi niya, yung representative natin sa board, si Miss Erica D, former coach ng ating Lady Eagles, no? Is this one of yung points niyo sa training, yung fundament, yung just being more focused on fundamentals, whether it be passing, dribbling, ganun ba yun? Alright. Pero I'm sure dito naglaro na kayo for other leagues before, di ba? Oo. Can you pwede mo man describe sa akin yung how different is it when you're training na for UAAP kahit na juniors level siya?
Syempre po, pag training, we give our 101%. Tapos sa games po, kahit like 100% lang ganun or 90%. So sa training po, dun po as in give it all po talaga kami. Kahit minsan po, hindi kami nakokompleto. Pero at least kahit po 5 lang yung nagtitraining, sobrang grabe pa rin po yung training namin.
Alright. Tapos how often do you go for practice under kila Coach Ron? In a week?
4 days a week for 2 to 3
Mabigat na rin. Oo, yeah. That's a load for you, no? Tawag nito, given that na, of course, they're trying to hone your fundamentals for the next level, no? Who here, who here has aspirations of playing college basketball over here sa Ateneo? Okay. Huwag na kayong mahiya. Nandito na rin naman tayo eh. Nandito na rin tayo. Pero, sige nga, what does it mean for you na, high school pa lang, you have an opportunity to represent Ateneo, diba, even at this level, for your pipe dream of one day, playing, sana, college basketball?
I think since there's a bit of an advantage na rin since you're from the Ateneo High School and then you already play, so it's easy. It's not easy, but then it's you have, and then the system na rin na parang the Ateneo system, and then you have the mindset na rin na the heart of a champion is blue, ganong klase. So yeah.
Alright, exciting, di ba? Now, yung UAAP Girls Basketball Tournament pala, kasabay nito yung boys tournament, no? Sa juniors level, no? Have you girls spoken to your kuya sa boys side, di ba? Ganun?
Meron.
What have they told you about at least the expectations of playing for Ateneo, yung competitive atmosphere ng UAAP?
Wala po silang na-mention about it. Parang friends lang. Parang pag Hindi.
Ganun.
Grade.
Okay. Pero alam parang kasi nga 'di ba parang nakita na natin yung tawag nito, the demand that it carries, 'di ba? Ganun. Parang how are you, I wanna know sige, ikaw naman. I wanna know how you're parang psyching up yourself na okay, this is the expectation of what an Ateneo basketball player is, 'di ba? How are you parang preparing yourself na okay, alam ko this is a responsibility for me and my team. Now, how are you parang approaching that naman?
Ako po kasi, I have 2 classmates who are in the UAAP men's basketball division.
Ayun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I see how hard they train every day. Tipong, I think, I'm not sure if it's every day yung training nila, pero they really commit to it talaga. They don't go to, they try as much as possible not to drink, not to do anything that will harm their bodies. Kaya parang ako, I'm trying to set a standard na rin for myself kasi I'm going to be like them na rin. I'm gonna compete in UAAP too. So yun, I try my best to take care of myself and to train hard then like them.
All right. As much as possible not to drink. Coming from a grade 11 student.
12.
Okay. Ingat tayo dun, ha? Again, high school students, please refrain from alcohol.
Yes.
We are not promoting that over here. No? Of course, di ba? Alam naman natin yung demands. Pero parang disiplina na rin, di ba?
Yes,
personal discipline na rin yun. Tapos, di ba, ang pinaka-hope kasi ng UAAP Organizing Committee, na sana, by starting this girls tournament, meron silang mas spot na potential for, future Gilas Pilipinas women's, di ba, recruits, ganon. Have any of you girls played for yung mga youth teams natin sa country before? Hindi pa naman. Pero, it would still be a huge honor, no? Kunyari, national team in the future, diba? Ganon. Pero, sige nga, ito, hypothetical if you were to rank playing for Gilas Pilipinas Women or playing for Ateneo dun sa college level, no? Sige nga, parang or parang, shall we say, what would you consider parang the greater honor sa ganun?
Of course, the greater honor would be playing for the nationals.
Okay.
But I think mas settled ako for playing for Ateneo.
Yun muna.
Yeah.
Yun muna yung goal natin. Alright, fair enough, diba? Pero at least, diba, this platform, diba, brings you one step closer to it, no? Ganun naman yun. And again, speaking of making dreams happen, we'd like to thank yung Ateneo Athletics Office and the UAAP Organizing Committee, led by Commissioner Jensen Nilagan, Deputy Commissioner Miss Edith Boticario, who is a former PBA referee na FIBA licensed official. So, ingat tayo sa fouls natin pagdating sa tournament. Diba? And also to Sir Rebo Sagisag, for putting this in. Now, girls, parang just to end our chit-chat this morning, any messages and greetings that you'd like to send over to your classmates, family, and friends who might be listening in to us or watching us over here? Sige, let's start naman with you. Time to give your shout-outs to your friends who are watching.
Okay, so first si Coach Ron, our coach. Like, hi Coach.
Hi,
Like,
Coach.
di ba may game siya ngayon? So yeah, good luck sa game mo, Coach. And then to my parents, who always supports me kahit, like, they're conservative. They're conservative, but then they allow me to play the sport. To my classmates and to my teachers, to my moderators. That's all.
All right.
Shout out to my parents, classmates, and friends. I hope that you support us upcoming games namin for UAAP.
Ayun. Okay.
Ako rin, shout out to my parents. I think they're listening right now, and also my friends and my classmates, Ma'am Evans.
I'm also thankful for my parents since kahit nung first they weren't agreeing to me playing basketball, they supported it na din kasi I learned to love the sport. So thank you. And to my classmates, even in my old school, kasi they were the first one to support me. And to my classmates now,
Alright. Sige.
I would like to thank my parents din po for the support na binibigay nila sa akin every day. And yung friends, classmates, ganun. I hope you support us then as we play sa UAAP.
Okay.
Shoutout rin sa parents ko for always being there, and sa classmates ko, moderators, and kay Coach Ron.
Alright, okay. And of course, coming from me over here sa Radyo Katipunan and also from the Ateneo community, I'd like to thank you girls, for coming over here this morning. Thank you so much for sharing yung basketball stories ninyo, diba? Pati ako na-excite for you. No, and I'm sure na you girls will represent Ateneo High School the right way, diba? And you'll make us all proud naman. Will you? Dapat lang, diba? Okay. Sige. So again, Ateneo, this ends it for this day with our first ever, our inaugural Ateneo High School Girls Basketball team. So again, coming from Radyo Katipunan 87.9, the voice of the Blue Eagle. Once again, Ateneo, please support our Ateneo High School Girls Basketball team. Coach Ron, thank you so much. And thank you to our Fighting Six over here, our starting 5+6 man. Diba? They'll be representing Ateneo soon in high school hoops. So please watch their games, come in over and support these brave young girls. Again, that is it for us over here at Radyo Katipunan 87.9. We'll see you again next time. Bye everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Sige.
Sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now, let's get ready to run down! Welcome to the Rundown, where we take you right into the action with the latest sports news, updates, game previews, breakdown, and analysis in, around, across, and beyond the Ateneo. And now,